What's the one thing to take away that I would say that people can use to spread the message, perhaps to audiences which are less receptive? Wow, that's a really, really hard question. That's a bloody hard question. There's so many possible answers. I'm sure that loads of you have got different answers. I want to share one fact with you, one statistic, which I think is an absolute game changer. Some of you may have heard it in some of my talks, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but it really is so powerful. It's a fact about the greenhouse effect, because I think most people still haven't understood just how awesomely destructive the greenhouse effect is. So these vehicles passing us here, they're burning petrol, yeah? And they burn petrol, so they produce intense heat, so they power the wheels, yeah? And at the same time, of course, as they burn that gallon or whatever of petrol, they give off carbon, yeah? And the carbon goes up into the atmosphere and forms part of this, what we call a greenhouse, yeah? It makes the atmosphere thicker and it traps heat. So the question is, the statistic is, what is the ratio between the heat that you get from burning that litre of petrol in your car engine and the heat that gets trapped in the atmosphere over the succeeding days, months, weeks, years, decades, centuries from the carbon that gets released? Do you think, for example, that it's about the same? Is about the same amount of extra heat that gets trapped under the greenhouse? Or maybe you think it's 20 times as much. So the actual figure is about 60,000. Yeah? That's why we are in desperate trouble. For every gallon of petrol that you burn producing intense heat, 60,000 times as much heat gets trapped in the atmosphere over the succeeding years by the greenhouse effect. Fossil fuels are weapons of mass self-destruction. If we do not stop using them, we will sink our civilization quite swiftly. That, I think, would be my answer as a killer fact to get people to understand just how devastating the issues that we're talking about are. Thank you so much. I've got to rest my voice. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you all. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I hope we manage to stay here as long as we can. We are inspiring the world. Extinction! 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 I've been Rupert Read. You've been brilliant. See you again.